Hi everyone, I hope you've had a great day. I thought I'd answer this question before I head home today after work. The first answer is it completely depends on the school you're in. I am in a school that teaches the British curriculum, so I find it very familiar. A lot of it is what I grew up with, although it's changed a lot since then. It's also what I've trained in, so I know exactly what I'm coming into. In international schools, it's obviously very different to a local school in any country. And so the relationship with parents is very important to check on the well-being of the children and also just to respect and acknowledge cultural differences. Well, any teaching life is quite intense. At my school, I have found teaching life to be fun. My colleagues are great and I get along with them really well, and it makes my job that much more enjoyable. Life is a lot more relaxed and slow-paced here, which can be a good thing and can be a bad thing. But overall, I've really enjoyed my time so far teaching in Riyadh, and I look forward to the future. Hi everybody, join me for a crazy day at work. Obviously I cannot film every second while I'm at work, but please enjoy what I can film for you. The day started off well. I was doing some admin. I remembered my coffee today, which I did not last week. But unfortunately, during some of my free time, I had to go to the bank because I tried to on the weekend and it was closed. I always love the view of that big flag. It just looks so majestic. So I headed to the bank. It took longer than expected, but then I headed straight back to school. And this is me at the end of the day. My day today was filled with so many tiny, crazy jobs. But then I looked around the classroom at the end of the day and I remembered who I do this for and why I do it. I arrived home at a reasonable time today. I often stay late, but today it was to hang out with friends, so I didn't mind. I had also treated myself. I've been wanting to get myself another home pod for my bedroom. Hi everyone, I hope you've had a great start to your week. A few people have been asking me about school holidays in Riyadh. So I work in a British international school, so we try to follow the British calendar as much as we possibly can. So a lot of the holidays will try to fall at the same place, but obviously that's not always the case. So the school year is broken down into 3 terms. We have our first term, which is usually our winter term or spring and into spring. Then we have our spring term, then we have our summer term. Each term will have a half-term break in between. We try to have the half-term halfway through because that's where it's meant to be, but it doesn't always fall that way. In this last term, right now, a lot of UK schools have already had their half-term, but we break up for our half-term next week because it falls on the same week as Eid. So next week I have a week off of school, and then I go back to school for a week and 2.5 days, and then I am off for the summer. So the terms, although they are slightly different, it depends on what school you're in. But for us, we try to follow the British curriculum as closely as possible. I hope that answers your question.
Teaching can be very hard indeed, and it all depends with the people that you're surrounded with. If you're in an environment that makes you feel happy, and then even your colleagues help you, and even if the students are kind of nice, I think it just makes the environment a little bit better, doesn't it? She seems to be loving it. She seems to be loving her life. She's away and she dedicating her time to teach the other students. Isn't that so beautiful? I mean, teaching by itself can be hard, I think. But if you're going away, if you're trying to teach students, which can be kids or an adults, English, or trying to teach something else in a language they might not be that first, that can be quite challenging. And, you know, sometimes you surprise yourself with students' capacity, and then it just makes you feel so happy, you know, feel accomplishment, you're doing something good, you're sharing knowledge. And some people, that's the way of living, you know, like you learn stuff and you share them. Sharing is caring, and you know, everybody's involved in a learning culture, even though they have different cultures. But I find this really interesting, and it's a great movement, you know. She is away, she's spending her time teaching kids, and then sometimes her life can be hard, maybe for multiple reasons of her being away. Maybe she doesn't have a family close to her, or maybe just the fact, you know, the culture is a bit different for her, but she seems to be very happy. And then in the end of the day, as she said, like, I just look at this room and I remember who I'm doing this for. she's doing for those little kids, you know. And then she's been doing amazingly. She has been going every single day. She's teaching these kids things they probably never thought they would learn, and that's something to prize, you know. And I wonder if she has any plans for the future, like moving to another country, or maybe teach at university as well, or maybe she just like to engage with the kids and be close to the little ones. Teaching is a range. Is a big range of different stuff, you know. They can be about language, about maths, about geography, even like the skills of talking to people and understanding them. And you know, that's a really good skill, is the people skills. And then she seems to be doing brilliantly, and I'm really loving her job.
Thanks for watching StoryTrender. Don't forget to like and follow.